Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone Leah, and I am your host. And I am so excited to be here with you guys today because today I have the absolute pleasure of talking to you guys about owning your gifts. Do not let the music die inside of you. Guys, this is what I'm so passionate about. I'm passionate about you creating the life you want to live on your terms. And most of the time, that's going to be somehow connected to your gifts. So today, I really want to dive into what this can look like if you're not doing it and how you can start doing it. So I remember back at a time when, like, I grew up, you guys know, I grew up singing and writing songs and doing a lot of music on the farm that I grew up on. It was just what I did. I was just always wandering around singing and talking to animals. And when I got to an age where I could actually, get a band and start performing, I thought to myself, you know what? I'll have time. I'll do this later. I'll get a job instead. And that's just what I kept thinking. You know what? I'll do this later. I'll get a job and I'll do that instead. And I'll have time later to work with my gifts and to play with my gifts. And I would watch shows like with the songs in them, like Sister Act and Disney movies, and I'd always be singing along. And, it was just my thing. I loved it. And there got to a point where I don't know if you guys remember all those TV shows where people get up and they perform like we call like Australian Idol and like Dancing with the Stars, but like the singing version. I don't know what that's called. Like all those talent shows. And I got to a point where I actually couldn't watch those shows anymore because my soul was so sad that I wasn't going out there and following my dreams and using my gifts. Now, I don't want this to happen to you, and I don't have any regrets about my life. Don't think that I've got any regrets. But it's one of those things where I'm so conscious of, like, I'm always singing, guys. Like, I still now practice my scales 3, 4, 5 times a week to keep my voice active. And if I feel like I haven't practiced singing in a while, and if I feel like my voice is bad, it actually affects my confidence, which is super interesting. But that is a gift for me. Singing is something that I have always done. And I use that now, the things that I love about that, like shifting energy. Like I love watching the vibration of a room shift when you're watching live music. And I love like being able to help people and inspire people. And I do that sort of thing in my work all the time. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on that now. But I don't want you guys to let the music die inside of you. When it comes to using your gifts, having that connection to yourself, following your intuition, activating your psychic abilities, talking to your spirit guides, following the nudges of life, they're going to help you to A, find that gift, and B, propel you forward with it. So if you listen to the little nudges that your soul is telling you, that gives you the answers. If there's a TV show you can't watch because it makes your soul hurt and your soul sad, then that's probably a sign that that's something that you should be doing. Like that's something you should be listening to. And I come across as fairly confident, guys. You see me, I'm up here, I'm fairly confident. I've been on many stages, I've been a speaker on stages, I've done musicals, I've done all of the things like, singing, obviously dancing on stage, everything. So I come across as fairly confident. And so I never thought that the problem for me with using my singing gift was confidence. But there was a part of me, that didn't feel like I could do it, that didn't feel like I could be a professional singer and would hold myself back, would just hold myself back so that I didn't fail because I have such a high standard for myself and I didn't want to let myself fail. And so when you start to follow your intuition and start to follow those nudges of life and start to listen to the music that's inside of you that you want to bring forward, it's going to be scary. You're going to be confronted with your fears, your I don't want to fail, or what if people judge me, or what if I lose all my friends, or what if it doesn't work? Like literally, like what if it doesn't work and I end up broken homeless? Like, realistically, like these are the things that could be holding you back from letting the music out of you. And so the things that I would recommend for really keeping in touch with yourself and allowing yourself to move forward and to follow your dreams and not let the music die inside of you guys. The things that I would recommend are personal development based and healing based. It's developing that awareness of who you are, what your values are. You know, if you have a really high value around family and you also want to be an international superstar, there could be some sort of belief there that makes you think that if you become an international superstar, you won't have family. But if family is one of your top beliefs and it's above superstar, you're always going to get stopped out. You're always going to hold yourself back from that. So the first thing I would say is become very aware of your actual beliefs and your values and what it is you actually want, so that you can identify where you could be holding yourself back from the music. But how do we even know what the music is? Well, this is just learning about yourself. This is paying attention, having self-awareness. Even things like meditation and journaling are going to really help you to become stronger in listening to those nudges that are inside of you. Now, I journal and meditate every single day. I love them. If I don't journal, like I've got this thing now, if I don't journal like 2, 3 times a week for just like 3 pages, like it's not much. 3 pages is about 15 minutes of writing if it's like the half A4 size book. If I don't journal for 3 pages, like roughly 3 times a week, and it takes, like, I go and I just sit at the ocean or I sit at some water or a cafe and I just journal for like 45 minutes to an hour. And that connection to myself, if I don't do that, I can get a lot of anxiety. Like my body can get really stressed because it's like my body is like, listen to me, give me time, give me attention. Like I actually have to like take the time to be with myself, guys. And you guys need to do the same too, to listen to your gifts and listen to your soul's message and follow your calling and your purpose. You need to actually take the time to listen to yourself, because if you don't, your soul will kind of show you in other ways that that's what you need to do. Like you'll feel bad watching certain things, or you'll feel jealous of someone else's success, or you'll feel something that is not the right emotion about, not the right, there's no right or wrong, but you'll feel something that is a contrast of the emotion you would like to be feeling in relation to something that probably brought you joy. You know, if you're an artist and you've always wanted to do art, maybe you feel jealous of other artists. Or if you're someone who wants to be on public stages, but you get really shy, maybe you will just stop showing up at networking events because you're just like, it's too much for you because you're seeing everyone else's success and you're not having that. You know, there'll be little nudges in there where you're like, I really want to do this thing, but you're not doing it. And you want to build the strength to be able to hear those nudges and give them strength. And things like meditation, journaling, any sort of self-awareness and self-reflection practices, they will help you to feel that and bring that out and bring that strength out. I also want to talk about what this can actually look like in your life. So here's the thing. You might be thinking to yourself, I've wanted to do this thing, but I just don't have time anymore. And your soul might be sore about it. You might be in pain about it, you know, but it can be as simple as 10 to 15 minutes a day, guys. Like I sing for 20 minutes. I do scales 3, 4 times a week. And then I like sing, you know, all the time. But just that act of doing that for 15, 20 minutes means I know that that muscle of singing is still good. Like it's still there. I'm still letting that gift out. I'm still cultivating that gift. I'm still giving that gift energy and time and confidence and strength. So it can be as simple as starting out with just giving it 10 to 15 minutes in the privacy of your own space. You don't have to be like wanting to be all out there straight away with whatever that gift is. If you have a calling to be a psychic, practice doing readings on your family and friends. You don't have to go out there and announce it to the world straight away. If you have a calling to be a life coach, practice on your friends and family, or go go to some networking events and meet some random strangers and do some life coaching for free. Like, you don't have to go and freak yourself out and go all in and book a 1,000-person venue and stand on stage and do psychic readings or, life coaching, or you don't have to go wild. But you do need to listen to that little voice inside you that's telling you what you want to do and where your passions are. Because at the end of the day, getting to the end of your life and not having let yourself out is horrible. It's a horrible thing. You've got to let yourself out. You've got to let yourself be free. You've got to cultivate those gifts, even if you're still working full time, even if you have a family that means a lot of your time is taken up with caring about your children or driving people around, whatever it is, even if you're studying full time, whatever it is, take the time to cultivate and listen to and nurture the gifts and the music inside of you, because one day you're not going to be able to hold yourself back anymore. One day you're going to get to a point where you're like, enough is enough. I have to let myself out. I have to let myself be free. And if you can have been listening to those little nudges, you're just going to have been taking those little steps the whole time. And it's going to feel so easy when you step into that person and that life that you've always wanted, that your soul has been yearning for. It's going to feel so, so easy to just step into that, because it's already who you are. And it always has been who you are. These little nudges are because that's already in you. It's already is you, guys. It's already what you want to do. It's already where your heart is going. So just listen to it. Let it guide you. Listen to your gifts. Listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself, and allow yourself to let your own light shine. March to the beat of your own drum. Whatever all the sayings are, just get out there and start listening to yourself, because one day you're either going to regret not doing it, or you're going to be like, I am here and I'm ready. Like, I've been doing this and I'm ready. That's what we want, guys. We want you listening to your soul and taking the little steps as the universe leads. Because when you take one step, the next step of the path will just continue to unfold, step after step after step. If you listen to the nudges, life will literally transform and unfold right before your eyes. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode today. It's kind of a little bit of a rant. I do that sometimes, but I really feel so passionately about you guys getting out there and creating the life that you truly desire. And that starts by listening to yourself and letting your own light shine and your own music out. Anyway, guys, I have loved talking to you today. Please send this to anybody else who needs to hear it. Connect with me on socials. Leave me a comment or a message. I would love to hear from you, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys again soon.